All right. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing? Good. So I don't have any questions coming in terms of what people want to hear about. So I figured I'd read a little bit of today. We got the old go-to Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read this, go read it. I do suggest getting the revised version for the 21st century. Some of the things in the original are a little outdated, and as well, along with some of the kind of updated verbiage, there's also some examples from the 21st century that include some more modern day stories from businesses that have come into existence since the authorship of this book. But what I have open to and where I'm at this go around in the book, because I've probably read it a couple times so far now, I'm on chapter 12, the subconscious mind. And you've heard me speak on the subconscious mind before. It's very important, especially with the idea of auto-suggestion and suggesting beliefs and ideas to yourself that's then taken into the mind and then held as a belief. So I'm just going to read, it's just the 2 paragraphs, and then I'll speak on it in a minute. This is the beginning of the chapter. The subconscious mind consists of a field of consciousness in which every impulse of thought that reaches the objective mind through any of the 5 senses is classified and recorded. From here, thoughts may be recalled or withdrawn as letters may be taken from a filing cabinet. So there Napoleon's comparing, in his time, the brain to a filing cabinet. Now, in modern day, I would compare it more to a computer or even a supercomputer. It receives and files sense impressions or thoughts, regardless of their nature. You may voluntarily plant your subconscious mind any plan, thought, or purpose which you desire to translate into its physical or monetary equivalent. The subconscious acts first on the dominating desires that have been mixed with emotional feeling, such as faith. So, where do we go in there? That last paragraph that I read has some interesting things. It receives and files sense impressions or thought regardless of their nature. So, sense perceptions and thoughts. That's important. So that means things that we're taking in from news, from media, from our spouse, from all of our environment. The subconscious mind is registering that. Now the conscious mind you, is standing there on guard and can kind of filter through some of that stuff that goes into the subconscious so that it's not filed in ways that are going to be, maybe false or detrimental. But sometimes when we're put in a state of fear or shock, we can have, or when we're lulled into like kind of a state of kind of hypnotism, which television can do sometimes, or music can do sometimes. Things can bypass our conscious mind that we're not aware of and go into our subconscious. But here's another interesting thing. The subconscious mind acts on, where is it? It goes to impressions or thoughts, regardless of the nature. So that means your thoughts. That means things that are going on in your mind. And why that's important as well, it says dominating desires that have been mixed with emotional feeling, such as faith. But what other emotional feelings do we have? If we're constantly in states of woe and worrisome, they're going to be put into our subconscious mind, as well, and then may manifest in our outward world. So, one of the main topics in Think and Grow Rich is the advent of auto-suggestion. What that is basically is self-talk. It's important that we kind of try to be aware of our self-talk and change it so that it is beneficial to us. So getting up in the morning and instead of saying, oh man, I gotta go to work or I gotta take the kids, just change the verbiage a little bit. Like get up in the morning and say, oh, I get to go and I have another opportunity to prove myself or accomplish this new goal at work. I get to get up and go to the gym and I get to get in better shape. Or I get to go see whatever it is, my family member. Instead of that's the emotion that we're attaching to it. Instead of having it shed in a light that is maybe something less than positive, we can kind of just change it around. And it takes some time, but it is very beneficial. So that's just the first part of this chapter, the subconscious mind. Like I said, I really do suggest people pick this book up. I mean, this book was written in 1930, but most of the stuff around that time, most of the stuff in this is still relevant today and is still the best selling self-help book in the world. Thanks for listening. I'm going to do more videos. That was just real quick. I'm about to go hit the gym because I have an opportunity today to go and try to get myself in even better shape. Can't wait. See you soon. Take care.